So welcome everybody to today's class. So it's all about awakening, maybe awakening to our shoulders, legs, just a general everything. So we might use some bricks, we might use some straps. I don't know, we'll see how the class goes. But let's start seated. So you can either sit in Sukhasana, butterfly, legs straight, however feels most comfortable for you. You can even sit on a block to raise the hips to make them feel comfortable. But what I want you to do is just roll the shoulders up, back and round. Again, just lifting up, back and round. Move the head. Move into your wrists. Just starting to incorporate a little bit of movement anywhere. And then when you're ready, try and find a comfortable seat where you can find a little bit of stillness, where you can relax the shoulders away from the ears. You can pull up that pelvic floor. The hands can either be in a mudra, in a bowl, in the heart centers, hand on heart, hand on belly, I don't mind. And if you feel comfortable enough, maybe closing down the eyes, give the jaw a little wiggle. And then just take a moment to breathe in through the nose. And a long sighing breath out. Do a few more of those. Starting to bring awareness to our breath. And arriving as one on our mat. Inhaling through the nose, sealing the lips, but keeping that same sound as it comes out through the nose. And as we're connecting to our breath, may it be ujjayi or simply equal breathing, I want you to notice the sounds around you. It could be sounds in another room. It could be sounds outside. Bringing the sounds a little closer into the room that you are in, so it could be my voice, maybe music if you're playing that. But bring it further in and start to notice the sounds, maybe of your own breath. And while you're noticing your breath and sounds, do a little check-in. Is my breath deep? Is it shallow? Is it loud? Is it a little difficult today? And checking in just a little more with how you're feeling. Maybe the areas of tension or areas of injury where we need to be careful today. All the way through today's class, I want you to keep this awareness on your breath, on how you are feeling throughout. Gently blink open the eyes, draw the hands together, interlace the fingers, press away as you round through the body. Lifting up as you arch the back, reaching up, looking towards the hands. Again, rounding in and then pressing away. Do a couple more of these, pushing away. And bringing it up. One more. So this could be an exhalation and an inhalation. Good. At the very top, release the arms. Taking them down, but then take them back up. Again, exhaling down, drop the chin to chest. Inhaling, looking up towards the hands. Again, exhaling. Inhaling at the very, very top. Interlace the fingers, but keep the pointy fingers up towards the ceiling, making Kali Mudra. Twist towards your right side or whichever side. Bring the hands behind the head. Just taking a moment here. So awkward, this lovely twist. Bring the hands back up, back to neutral. Again, twisting to the opposite side. Hands behind the head. Keeping that mudra. Gently bringing it back. Interlace that last little pinky finger. Take the hands behind the head. Little lateral flexion. Over. And up. Over. And up. Let's find the breath. So it could either be an inhale and an exhale, but if you're doing it the other way around, does it matter? No. What matters is the breath is moving per movement. Lovely. Bring it back to neutral after this last side bend to the opposite side. Good. Gently close the elbows. Tuck the chin into the chest. Roll down through the spine all the way down as far as your body allows you to go. And then roll back up. Opening the chest. Opening the elbows. We'll do that again. Closing it in. Tucking the chin into the chest. Rolling all the way down. And coming back up. We'll do this 2 more times. Again. Tucking it in, rolling it down. Don't pull, don't tug. And then come on up. One more. Tucking it in. And then rolling it back up. Good. Release the hands. We'll start to just have half circles with your head. If your neck is delicate like mine, you can stay with these little half circles. If a full head circle feels good, please go ahead and do that. If not, stay with a half circle with me. One more. And gently come up. Again, let's get back into the shoulders, but I want the full body to roll with it. So as the shoulders come forward, up, back and down, so does your body. The bigger the better movement. If you want to incorporate the levers or the hands, you can do. And the good thing is when you come forward, try and touch the elbows together, up, back, and think about the shoulder blades touching together at the back. We'll do a few of these. Good. Mine are so clunky. And let's change the directions. When you go back, think about the shoulder blades touching forward, back and down. And again. Good. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Coming on back. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Puff the chest. Have a little rock. If you want to go forward, take yourself forward. Lovely. Come back. Right arm across the body. Give it a little stretch. Good. Gently bring it up behind the back. Give it a little stretch. I almost like to breathe into that side area, just giving it an extra stretch. Gently come back, switching sides. Same thing here. I always try to lean and breathe into it. Slowly coming up and back. Lovely. Gently come back, shake it up. Switch legs if you are sitting with me. I'm going to pop myself off of my brick. Let's start our Sufi rolls. Big movements. This for me always gets into my lower back first, then eventually down in towards my hips. Change your direction. Good. And if your body allows it to, walk itself forward, pad it out. I do like to lift a sit bone at a time. That way, lifting, regrounding and walking a little further forward. And if your body is okay and your knees are okay, keep walking in towards your 4-point kneeling or swing your legs aside and make your way into tabletop with me. Good. Raise your right arm all the way up on the inhale. Exhale, thread the needle. Rest the head, the cheek, the shoulder. Option to walk the left hand forward. Pull the hips back or raise the arm up to the ceiling and hook it behind your back. Good. Slowly, gently release. Come up, let's go second side, raising the left arm up and then threading it through, pulling the hip back, walking the arm forward or lifting it up, back and round. Good, gently come back and make your way into 4-point kneeling. So let's just concentrate on the rib cage. So it's the rib cage doing big circles back, down and round. The bigger, the better. So start in the ribs. Start to churn it forward, back, side and round. You can get into the wrists. And then you can start to add the hips in as you start to move. Good. Lovely. And gently coming back to neutral. Let's stretch the right leg back through the calf. Turn in your left knee, grounding your right heel, raising the right arm up. Good. Let's do some big circles, some big rotations with your hands, big movements. Now, try and smile or flare into those ribs. Press away from your left hand. So it's really big stretch through that side body. Change the direction. Excellent. Good. Ground the hand, pivot back on the foot. Press and lift that left knee off of the floor. Press. Hold. Shoot it back for plank. Draw the right knee in and lower it down. Good. Have a little stretch through the calf. Then you turn and pivot and ground through the leg, raising up the arm. And when you're ready, we'll start our big circles, big movements. Really flare in those ribs. Go in the opposite direction when you're ready. Good. Plant the hand, do a little pivot. Right knee, press and lift it up. Hold it here. Step it back to plank. Up and back to down dog. Pedal it out, walk it out. Sway in the hips, bend in the knees. You can reach for opposite ankles. It does not matter. Beautiful. Look forwards, walk your feet towards your hands, soften your knees, hang in a ragdoll. Good, notice the backs of the legs. Lovely, and a gentle roll all the way back up. Now make sure you're happy when you do come up with your standing position, your Tadasana. Make sure you're really grounded, but you're going to interlace the fingers behind the back, puff the chest, open the heart. Good. Bring the ribs back in, sit back into that imaginary chair, but keep the stretch through the shoulders. As you exhale, nose dive forward, arms over the head for a moment. Good. Gently bring it back, sit into your chair. Stretch the legs. Puff and arch the back one more time. Bring it back in, keep the arms where it is. Bend and sit into that chair. Hinge and fold all the way over, arms overhead. Good. Gently bring it back. Rolling back up. Now, interlace the fingers the other way. So the other pinky is on top. It feels very weird. Again, arch the back, puff the chest. Notice how awkward it is to feel your own hand this way. You're so used to it the other way. Bring the rib cage back in. Bend your knees, sit into that chair. Hinge and fold over. Bring it back up. Sit back into that chair. When you're ready, squeeze, open the chest, open the heart. Again, close it in, sit down, arms overhead. The best news yet, reach the arms down towards the floor. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back with your right foot. Good, lower the knee. Option to keep the toe tucked or not. Raise the arms up, inhale. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back, puff the chest, open the heart. Sink the hips forward and down. Lovely. Bring the rib cage back in, twist towards your front leg, so left leg. Lovely. Right arm reaches down towards the floor, keep the left arm twisting. Engage the back knee. Hold it here. Lovely. Gently bring the hands to frame the foot. Step back. But this time, try and bring this left knee to your nose. Press and lift. Hold. Step back to plank. Up and back, down dog. Pedal it out. Lovely. Left leg through the gates of the arms. Right leg to join it. Hold it here. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers with the other pinky on the top, so the awkward one. Bend your knees. Sit back into the chair. Puff the chest, open the heart. Slowly ripple the body forwards, opening it up. Bring it back in. Sit back into chair. Hinge and fold all the way down towards the mat. Good, reach the hands now to the floor. Step back with your left foot. Good. Ground the back knee. Raising it up, interlace the fingers, puff the chest, sink the hips forward and down, open your heart. Bring the rib cage in, twist towards your right leg. Left hand to the floor, keep twisting. Hand comes to frame the foot, engage the back knee. Right knee to nose. Push it back to plank. Shift forwards. Option to lower your knees. Slow descent to the floor. All the way down. Scoop up to your back bend. It should feel comfortable. Up and back. Downward facing dog. Nice. Left leg through the gates of the hands. Lower the knee. Good. Raise the arms up. Option to keep that back toe tucked. Right forearm in front of you. Left out to the side. Wrapping it underneath and round, finding eagle. Good. Sink the hips forward and down. Lift the arms, puff the chest. Sinking here. Hold it here. Bring the rib cage back in. Twist towards your left. Nice. Okay, options to stay here. Or engage that back knee, power it up, keep a twisted eagle lunge. Hold it here. Good, unravel the arms. Right arm to the floor, left arm up to the ceiling. Excellent. Ground your back heel. Back arm, so the front arm now circles back, down, picking yourself up, making your way into warrior two. Good. Nice circle of the arms. Rib shift forward, forearm to thigh, back arm up and over. Lovely. Straighten the front leg, straightening the arms to 6 o'clock. Triangle pose. Back arm, so the top arm, is going to turn round and come round your back and hook around your hip. Keep having that little twist. Lovely. Soften into the front knee. Reach the front arm forward, up, back, and into your reverse warrior. Lovely. Slowly cartwheeling the arms down to the floor. Pivot on the back foot, plank pose. Shift forward, very slow descent to the floor. Option to lower your knees, scoop up to a back bend of choice. Up and back down dog. Lovely. Right leg through the gates of the hands. Ground the back heel. Knee, should I say. Raise the arms. Good. Left forearm in front of you. Right out to the side. Hook around. Lift. Lean back. Sink forward and down. Bring the rib cage in. Twist towards the front leg. Now if you feel that you want to, power up that back leg into that twisted lunge. Whew. Unravel the arms. Good. Bringing your left arm to the floor, right arm up towards the ceiling. Good. Ground your back heel. Windmill the arms back, forward, round into your warrior two. Good. Really think about your foundation of your feet here. Rib shift forward, forearm to thigh, back arm up and over. Now taking that arm forward, back, round. Interlace it behind your back. Straighten your front leg maybe and have a little twist here in the triangle pose as you straighten your front leg. Rebend into that front leg. Reach the front arm forward, back. Good. Slowly cartwheeling the arms. Pivot on the back foot. Plank pose. Hold it here. Shifting forward, very slow descent to the floor. Hug the arms in. Good. Scoop up to your cobra. Up and back, downward facing dog. Lovely. Good. Walk your feet towards your hands, but walk them wide as you can. Keep going, and then you bend your knees. Straighten your legs, turn those toes out if you can. Bend your knees, drop the bottom, and back up. A few of these. Drop it down. Lift it up. Again. 2 more. Last one, see if you want to hold it down here in our Malasana. Sitting down. Now you can have little active movements like I'm doing, or if you want some stillness, try and draw the hips through, pushing the knees out with your hands, puffing the chest. So it's not sinking here. I always think about puffing the chest because it's driving my hips forward, using my elbows to help me out here. Good. Slowly lift the bottom, turn the toes in. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Bend your knees if you can't reach there. Bend your knees, help yourself out. So stepping onto your hands, toes can almost be wiggling on your wrists. Your knees can be super bent here, this is perfect. Just a word of warning, it's not very comfortable standing on your own hands, but really giving it a little massage. Those of you that want to straighten the legs and pull yourself through, go ahead. Hanging out here. Use the arms to help you. Slowly coming out of it. Good. Give those hands a little move. Bend your knees, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Use your hands if you want to, but you can sit on our bottom, lifting up into our boat pose. Remember, we can help ourselves out here. Hanging on. Good. Slowly bringing it back. Good. Scoot your bottom towards your heels. Let's roll all the way down. Have your knees over your heels. The arms next to you, palms down. Press into the feet, squeeze the glutes, power up through the legs as you're firing up towards a bridge. Rolling up towards the shoulders, squeezing it here. Rolling the shoulders underneath, interlacing the fingers. Now, press those hands down into the mat. Press your hips up. So use your arms to help you press up a little bit more. Holding your bridge. Squeeze it up. Excellent. Slowly rolling it down. Good. Holding it here for a moment. Don't do anything else. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop out. Hands to the outer side of the thigh. Press away. Flare your ribs. Good. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give it a little rock. Keep a hold of your right leg. The left leg can go anywhere. It doesn't matter where. Take it out to the sides for a little external rotation. Good, taking the leg up and across the body for a twist. Gently bring it back. Let's bend our left leg so it comes back onto the floor. Cross the right ankle over, just in towards our thread needle. Options to stay here or lift the other leg and coming into our reclined pigeon. Lovely. Slowly come out of it. Drawing your left knee into your chest. Option to straighten your right leg. You don't have to. Open it out towards the side. Give it a little wiggle. And you can take it across the body for a twist. Gently bring it back. Bending that right leg, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. Options to stay here or lift and coming to your reclined pigeon. Good, gently coming out of it. Give your legs a little windscreen wipe. Lovely. Roll out your wrists. Give your arms just a little hug of your body. You can take them also overhead and have a little stretch. Just releasing through that part. Don't forget to switch it over. Good, and I invite you now to either come into a happy baby, legs in the air, arms doing whatever, shoulder stand if that feels good as well. Good. And then eventually coming down to a final resting space. May that be lying down in Shavasana, it could be butterfly pose, it could be anything that feels comfortable. Hand on heart, hand on belly, arms away from you, I don't mind. But I invite you now to close down the eyes. That same thing, focus on your breath. Noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. Did we concentrate on our breath or did we lose it? And then bring yourself to the sounds. This time the sounds starting with you, how the breath is. Then take it a little further, so it could be my voice or music, sounds in the room. Then taking it to sounds a little further, so out of the room, maybe outside, people in the house. And slowly bringing it back into the room, back to my voice. And if you want to, you could have a little bit of movement and a little bit of a stretch. You could always roll to a side and hang out here, or bring yourself up to a seat with me. You can either sit cross-legged, legs straight, it does not matter. But drawing your hands to your heart centers, bowing your heads, thanking your bodies. And as always, I thank you for letting me be your guide.